Hi, my name is Jamero Blue. Today's date is October 2nd, 2016, and today I'll be talking to you about inferential statistics and probability concepts for my statistics class, course 239. What is inferential statistics? Inferential statistics is defined as the branch of statistics dealing with conclusions, generalizations, predictions, and estimations based on data from samples. Why do we use inferential statistics? Inferential statistics is used to reduce the risk of making false assumptions about a population. Probability. What is probability? Probability is defined as the value between 0 and 1 that's inclusive and describes the relative possibility that an event will occur. Now I'm going to tell you about a couple types of probability. You have classical probability, empirical probability, and joint probability, and conditional probability. These are just four examples. This is my real estate data. I'm going to use this real estate data to demonstrate how to figure out classical probability and joint probability using categories out of this real estate data. If you look at this real estate data, you see that we have 8 categories total: price, bedrooms, size, pools, distance, township, garages, and bathrooms. The first example that I'm going to use is classical probability. Classical probability is based on the assumption that the outcomes of an experiment are equally likely. You compute classical probability by dividing the number of favorable outcomes by the number of possible outcomes. This is my classical probability example. If I were to have to figure out what is the probability of having a house with 4 bedrooms, I will use the countif function and select the range or category of data that I want to use. So if you look at the real estate data that I previously showed you, you will see bedrooms is in the B category. Knowing that's in the B category, I selected the cells B3 through B107. Then, comma, I want to filter out what I would like to search for. I'm looking for 4 bedrooms, so I put the number 4. Then lastly, I divided by the total observations within the data set. After using that function, I came to the conclusion that there's a 25% chance of having a house with 4 bedrooms. Joint probability. Joint probability is a probability that measures the likelihood that 2 or more events will happen concurrently. This is my example for joint probability example. If I had to figure out what is the probability of a house having 4 bedrooms and only 2 bathrooms, I will use the countif function. That way I can use more than one variable or category. Since I was using bedrooms, again, you see I use a range of B3 to B107 because it was in the B category. Again, I want to filter out the houses that have 4 bedrooms. So I did comma 4. And then I want to use a second variable, which is bathrooms. If you look at my real estate data, baths is the last category, or is in column H. So I use range H3 through H107. Then lastly, I want to filter out the houses that have two bathrooms. So I did comma 2. And I divided the total by the total number of observations, which is 105. After doing that function, I came to the probability of 20% house it. 20% of the house. You have a 20% chance of buying a house with 4 bedrooms and only 2 bathrooms. Now, with that being said, only 2 bathrooms means that there's no more than 2 bathrooms and no less than 2 bathrooms. Sources I used were my Statistical Techniques in Business and Economics 15 edition book. Thank you for watching my video.